As we look back at 2025, it's clear that this was a year of remarkable transformation for Canada. Canada's economy tells a story of resilience and unexpected strength, with communities across the country adapting to new realities and seizing fresh opportunities. Just a year ago, most experts predicted a downturn, or even a recession, weighed down by high interest rates, persistent inflation, and global uncertainty that cast a shadow over the outlook. Yet, Canada defied expectations, growing steadily, not shrinking. The mood in offices and on shop floors shifted from anxiety to hope. Quarter after quarter, economic data outperformed forecasts, forcing analysts to rethink their assumptions and revise their predictions upward. The feared recession never arrived. Instead, key sectors like manufacturing, technology, and retail rebounded, and optimism returned to the business community. For the first time in 3 years, GDP per capita grew, meaning Canadians saw real improvements in their standard of living, with families feeling more secure and able to plan for the future. The economic engine was running strong enough to lift the entire country, ending years of stagnation and sparking new growth in cities and towns alike. Small businesses saw more customers, manufacturers got new orders, and local entrepreneurs found renewed confidence to expand. Long-stalled projects finally moved forward, with new infrastructure and housing developments breaking ground across the nation. This wasn't luck. It was the result of targeted government policy, private investment, and a renewed focus on innovation and sustainability. The determination of Canadians, from frontline workers to business leaders, played a crucial role in this turnaround. Strategic decisions and hard work steered the country away from crisis and toward prosperity, as collaboration and innovation became the new normal. The turnaround marked a fundamental shift, setting a strong foundation for the future and inspiring confidence in what lies ahead. 2025 became the year Canada regained its economic confidence, proving that resilience, unity, and forward thinking can overcome even the toughest challenges. The numbers from 2025 tell a remarkable story. Canada's economy not only grew faster than expected, but did so in the face of global uncertainty and persistent challenges. The job market proved remarkably resilient, with Canadians from all walks of life finding new opportunities and businesses adapting to changing times. In October, the economy added 67,000 jobs, defying widespread predictions that high interest rates would trigger mass layoffs and a wave of unemployment. Instead, businesses kept hiring, showing renewed confidence in the future and investing in their teams, even as the world watched closely. Inflation, once a major concern for families and policymakers alike, steadily dropped to 2.2% by year's end, well within the Bank of Canada's target range, and a sign that tough decisions were paying off. This relief came without a recession, a delicate balance that many other countries struggled to achieve, and one that brought a sense of stability to Canadian households. While grocery prices, especially for beef and fruit, remained high due to ongoing global supply chain issues and climate impacts, Canadians found some much-needed relief at the gas pump, with prices dropping nearly 8% year-over-year, easing the burden on commuters and families alike. The housing market, often a source of anxiety, avoided a crash. Instead, it experienced a soft landing. Home sales dipped, and prices declined modestly, rather than plummeting. This gradual cooling is restoring affordability for new buyers, making homeownership a more realistic dream, without erasing the hard-earned equity of existing homeowners. The cost of living crisis eased, and families across the country began to feel the difference in their daily lives, from the grocery store to their own backyards. The economic rebound was broad-based, touching not just households, but also small businesses and entire communities, helping to restore a sense of optimism and connection. Canada's ability to tame inflation while growing jobs set it apart on the global stage, earning respect and attention from other nations. The result: renewed hope for Canadians looking to the future, and a belief that together, they can weather whatever comes next. A major force behind Canada's renewal was a bold shift in government strategy, dubbed the Carney Doctrine. This new approach marked a turning point, signaling a departure from the reactive policies of the past and embracing a vision for long-term national growth. Under Prime Minister Mark Carney, Ottawa moved from short-term relief to long-term investments in infrastructure and wealth-generating assets. The focus: build transportation corridors, expand ports, and modernize the backbone of the Canadian economy, was clear and ambitious. The government also made significant commitments to invest in advanced manufacturing, supporting industries that would drive innovation and create sustainable growth for decades to come. By strengthening the foundations of the economy, Canada aimed to attract private investment and create high-quality jobs. These efforts were designed to foster a climate where businesses could thrive and communities could prosper. This approach also prioritized self-reliance, reducing dependence on global supply chains and ensuring that essential goods could be produced at home, even in times of global uncertainty. The Carney Doctrine is about building lasting value, physical infrastructure, skills, and technology for the future. Investments in education and digital infrastructure prepared Canadians for the jobs of tomorrow. Public-private partnerships surged, accelerating development and multiplying the impact of government spending. These collaborations brought together expertise and resources from both sectors, making projects more efficient and impactful. From battery plants to trade gateways, this strategy injected confidence and stimulus at a critical moment, helping Canada weather global challenges and emerge stronger. It's a long-term plan to make Canada more innovative, productive, and prosperous, laying the groundwork for a resilient and competitive future on the world stage. In December 2025, Canada launched a landmark Buy Canadian rule for federal procurement. This policy requires government contracts to prioritize Canadian companies, keeping public spending at home. Every dollar spent on Canadian firms ripples through the economy, supporting jobs, suppliers, and communities. The mandate is especially impactful for manufacturing, which saw sales surge to their highest levels in years. Small and medium-sized businesses now have a fair shot at government contracts, leveling the playing field. The Buy Canadian rule is fueling a manufacturing renaissance and nurturing homegrown talent. It's a deliberate strategy to build a more resilient, self-sufficient economy. The benefits of public investment are now shared more broadly among Canadian businesses of all sizes. The Ring of Fire mining project in Northern Ontario became a symbol of Canada's new economic direction. In 2025, a breakthrough agreement between Ottawa and Ontario streamlined approvals and set construction of vital access roads for 2026. First Nations are equity partners and key decision-makers, ensuring benefits flow directly to local communities. The region's vast deposits of critical minerals, chromite, nickel, copper, are essential for the green economy. Responsible development positions Canada as a secure supplier for global tech and EV industries. The project promises billions in economic activity and thousands of jobs, building a new industrial hub in the north. It's a model for resource development based on partnership, respect, and shared prosperity. Canada's stability and strategic focus attracted a wave of foreign investment in 2025. A highlight, a Norwegian battery company's $3.2 billion investment in Ontario's Automotive Alley, creating hundreds of high-tech jobs. Global investors cited Canada's skilled workforce, clean energy, and supportive policies as key advantages. These investments are building out Canada's industrial capacity and integrating us into global supply chains. As international firms set up shop, they create demand for local suppliers and services, fueling a virtuous cycle of growth. The battery plant is a cornerstone in Canada's end-to-end electric vehicle supply chain. Foreign capital is accelerating our transition to a high-tech economy and creating the jobs of tomorrow. Canada's clear economic plan and stable environment are winning global confidence. In 2025, Canada's economic stability stood in sharp contrast to the turbulence in the United States. While the U.S. faced tariff-induced chaos and job losses, Canada added jobs and kept inflation in check. American companies announced massive layoffs, while Canada's job market kept growing. Canada's measured approach to trade and investment shielded it from global volatility. By diversifying trade and focusing on internal growth, Canada became a more attractive destination for investment. The Carney Doctrine and Buy Canadian policy insulated the economy and fostered domestic growth. The U.S. experience highlighted the risks of sudden protectionism. For Canada, 2025 proved the value of stability, predictability, and strategic investment. It was a year that reinforced the wisdom of charting our own course. Canada's long-term prosperity now rests on historic investments in trade infrastructure. Major projects in 2025 upgraded pipelines, railways and ports to connect with Europe and Asia. The Port of Montreal expanded, and the Port of Churchill was revitalized to open new Arctic trade routes. These projects reduce reliance on the US and diversify Canada's global reach. Infrastructure investment creates thousands of jobs and boosts demand for Canadian materials. It's a core part of the Carney Doctrine, building assets that drive growth for decades. Canada is becoming a more connected, competitive player on the world stage. For Canadians, the economic turnaround of 2025 brought real, tangible benefits. Strong job growth and easing inflation meant paychecks stretched further and job security improved. Lower gas prices and a soft landing in housing offered relief to families and new buyers. Investments in manufacturing and infrastructure created stable, well-paying jobs in growing industries. The Buy Canadian policy and projects like the Ring of Fire are building a stronger middle class. Strategic immigration adjustments and housing policies are making communities more sustainable. The result? Less anxiety, more opportunity, and renewed optimism about Canada's future. 2025 was the year Canadians felt their country was back on track.